Hey, yo, it's Pro Wrestling Summit. You already know what it is. Chris Dozer. You are back. We didn't expect you back, but you're back.
Shockingly, I have returned. Yes.
You have returned. Amazing.
All right. If not for the follies of modern medicine, I wouldn't be here.
Well, we're glad to have you. Certainly, I mean, we were expecting that you weren't going to be joining us for a couple of weeks, and here you are, back in the saddle again. Fucking surgery be damned, I guess.
I guess. It's not the divine intervention for me, because I get to talk about how shitty this card was at Backlash.
Yeah, Backlash, not great. Not a great show. We're going to get into it for sure. But, what are you going to do?
Terrible.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty bad. It was a pretty forgettable card. Let's just jump right into where the water is warm. The best match on the show was the opening match.
Agreed.
I thought the four-way was pretty spectacular.
Up until the Solo Sikoa and Jeff Cobb fuckery.
Yeah, where it went south for me was when they went outside the ring. When Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre started brawling into the crowd and they did the spot off of the equipment boxes, through the table, you're not going to win a match like that. That's and that's where it kind of took me out of the match a little bit, personally.
Yeah.
Because it didn't make a lick of sense for them to go on the outside of the ring. But, who am I?
No, especially not into the crowd, no.
It just didn't make a lot of sense. You can't win a match outside in the crowd. And then, Jeff Cobb appears with Solo Sikoa, which, some people had suggested that was going to happen. I didn't necessarily believe that, but... here he is on the main roster. Forget NXT. He comes up right on the main roster. And, now it's going to be, what do they do to him? Because it's mid-card Jeff Cobb. He is,
say hello to the mid-card, yes.
He is sucked into the Solo Sikoa vortex. It is not good.
Which is a black hole as far as the writing goes right now.
It's pretty bad, man. It's pretty bad. And now, what do they do? Do they turn Jacob face? I mean, it's happening anyway, whether they want it to or not. So, I mean, I would imagine that they just turn the guy face.
I mean, what's left to do aside from him actually turning the face?
Yeah.
Turning on Solo.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? There's just nothing left for that storyline to go.
Ah, man.
It seems like he just got replaced in that whole hierarchy by Jeff Cobb, so...
And we discussed this. Why fire a Braun Strowman to bring up a Jeff Cobb? It just doesn't make a lick of sense.
Into a go nowhere, does nothing for me angle. It's not going to establish him as anything.
Well, because they're not going to put him over on Jacob. There's no fucking way.
God, I hope not.
There's no way. I mean, maybe maybe I called it right, and maybe he becomes a tag team with returning Bronson Reed. That would at least make sense. That would make sense to me.
But wouldn't that mean that Bronson Reed's return is imminent?
Yes.
Right?
Which we don't know. Which we have no idea. I mean, the guy completely shattered his fucking ankle.
The guy has not been featured once in a vignette.
Yeah, as a return. You're right. So what
the hell? I don't think they would just mainline him back in there like that.
I mean, that would be the only thing that would make sense to me. And if that's not going to happen, then I don't know what the fuck they're doing. I have no idea what they're doing. I could see sending a guy like that to NXT to, kind of get familiar with the WWE process and, and all that. But, I mean, maybe they see something that we don't. Maybe they do. But I'm really not too sure. But the four-way for me was the match of the night. I don't know how you feel about it. But it was the match of the night for me, and they opened up with it. It was the right thing to do to open up with it. I have some questions about the going outside the ring because you can't win the match out there. But other than that, the match was pretty much damn near perfect.
I mean, I will agree with you on almost most aspects.
Okay.
I kind of figured that the outside spot was going to happen with two of them because, I mean, you can't have that much star power without two of them bouncing off against each other and canceling out.
Yep.
So you knew that was coming. To me, the way it came out was kind of like lazy in the way you age in the match.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hey, you hit me last time, so I'm going to hit you this time. I'm going to chase you this way. There's better ways and smarter ways of getting people to the spot you need to get them to. You built the damn stage, for Christ's sake.
Yeah.
The staging areas.
Yep.
So I don't understand how you can't station them that whole spot closer to the ring so you can control the outcome.
Yeah, like
not go all the way out into the fucking crowd and completely take them out of the match and the believability of it.
Yeah. Yep.
Because you knew after that, no one was going to win that. Neither one of those guys was going to come back and win the match.
No way. No way.
But not that late on in the match. And the match was fucking phenomenal. Let's not say otherwise. It was fucking absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, I love all the false finishes. I really, I dig how they structured the match.
Yep, I completely do as well. I understand the finish. And the finish was, Jacob going over L.A. Makes sense. Needs to happen. Boom. Do it. I can understand it. It makes sense. It's believable.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The whole shit with Solo Sikoa, I could have done without. You might as well forget about Jeff Cobb doing anything of note or value on the main roster. Because that's a black hole of fucking storylines that's going nowhere.
Yeah, I agree. Well, after that, then we had, what? What was after that? That was it Dominic Mysterio?
I believe it was Becky and Lyra.
Becky and Lyra was next. Which, to be quite honest with you, man, I didn't find it to be a great match. I don't understand the hype around Lyra. You had said something while we were watching the pay-per-view. You want to see her wrestle with those wings on.
I do. It would make that character instantly more hilarious.
It would.
There's a bird with two legs and two wings trying to peck at you.
It would. And they did a spot where they showed Lyra's boyfriend in the crowd, an independent wrestler named LJ Cleary.
Talk about a guy who's kicking out his coverage, huh? Jesus.
Jeez, man. I mean, it's crazy. I was like, wow, man. He's a Lou. But hey, what do I know? Maybe he's got a hog on him. I mean, who the fuck knows? But
I hope so. For his sake, I hope so.
But I didn't really find too much stuff to talk about during the match. I mean, it was fine. It wasn't anything great. I mean, I suspected that Becky was going to go over. I was a little shocked when she didn't. But I mean, I'm past the point of caring about a Becky match at this point.
Right.
I don't know about you, but I really just found myself not really in a caring mode about a Becky match.
Let me ask you this question: what are the stakes in that match?
Other than the Intercontinental title, nothing.
It's peanuts because you made peanuts out of the Intercontinental title for the last fucking 2 months.
Correct.
You didn't build up at all.
You didn't even have an Intercontinental title defense on WrestleMania. You had her wrestling in a fucking tag match.
Yes.
It's fucking ridiculous.
For different titles.
It's so bizarre to me. So bizarre.
I said to you after that match, I said to you, I'll say it again. Good match. Get her the fuck off my television set.
Not interested.
I am not interested in this angle. I'm not interested either wrestler, I don't care. I want to see Lyra wrestle on her wings. 'Cause I think that'd be fucking hilarious. I also think Becky Hogan needs to go. Like, is this the best they can do for her? You know what I'm saying? You know, put her up in a main line angle with someone like Rhea or Bianca, anybody of note. You put her up against Lyra, and Lyra beats you clean.
Yeah, where do you go from here? Right, where do you go?
I don't know. There's any more legs to the angle.
Yeah. Yep. I tend to agree.
Saturday night's main event match that's coming up in a couple weeks. I don't see anything like that happening.
Well, I just don't. I don't understand it because I feel like Becky could have been better served at the top of the card.
What I'm saying, I don't understand why you would introduce her into this,
and then have her get beat clean.
Lyra.
And have her get beat clean by the Intercontinental Champion. I mean, are they going to put the title belt on Lyra? They're going to give her the world title? Because that's what should happen now.
I don't know. I don't know anymore. I like to say I used to know, but like I'm so with this shit.
Yeah.
Once again, it's the Charlotte Flair thing all over again. What does Becky need another world title run for?
Well, she doesn't. I mean, I don't see the reason why she would need one.
She wants it for herself. That's all she wants it for.
Mm-hmm.
For selfish reasons.
Mm.
And while I get there's times to be selfish in wrestling, there absolutely is. It's one thing if you're doing something for the title and the people are under you. It's another thing when you don't. I think your presence is running thin. Your shtick is running long in the tooth. And I'm not a fan.
Okay. I mean, I don't disagree. I don't disagree with anything. Anything that you just said right there. So then we go on to Dom versus Penta, which here's the thing that I want to say about this card. Why are so many matches ending in fuckery? Like, it is just lazy booking. It's lazy, easy booking to do that. Why the fuck are 4 out of 5, well, 5 out of 5 matches. I shouldn't even say 4 out of 5 because even Pat and Gunther was fuckery.
Yes,
because Michael Cole got involved. And then John Cena was fuckery with 4 ref bumps or 3 ref bumps. I mean, we're going to get to that, but I mean,
my God.
This match ends in Penta and Dom for the Intercontinental title ends in mad people getting involved.
Yep. And,
you know, you have a guy who's not even affiliated really with Dom, but kind of is, but kind of isn't in El Grande Americano, you know, costing Penta the match. Like, what the fuck are we doing here?
They made the connection when they were on Raw, right? With Chad Gable and Dom.
Yep.
So that's kind of what brought about El Grande Americano. But I don't understand, like, now you're going to do a callback to it? Like, now? Why? What's the only way what's going to do is introduce the Lucha Brothers tag team.
Which I'm not upset about. Honestly, I'm not upset about that. I think that that's fine if you want to have the Lucha Brothers team up. I assume that they're going to team up leading into this Worlds Collide pay-per-view that they're doing with AAA and TNA.
That's what I think. That's what the impetus is for them to do is let's pair them up now and not waste any time so we can build up some steam with them as a tag team and feature them on AAA.
Yeah.
Worlds Collide. You know what I'm saying?
I wonder if Rey Fenix gets drafted to Raw. Since the draft is
vice versa.
Right, since the draft is coming up.
Right. I would assume you would have Ray Phoenix go to Raw because you want that Latin American draw from Netflix on there.
I wonder what they do. There's got to be something there. There's got to be a plan in place.
They wouldn't just bring it up out of the blue.
But then again, maybe not. seeing how this pay-per-view was, this PLE was, maybe there's not a plan. Maybe they don't have a fucking plan.
What a fucking waste of time this was. Like, if you call that something like, here's a waste of time for 3 hours.
And listen, Dom versus Penta was a good match. It wasn't a bad match.
Up until the fuckery, yes, it was.
It was a fine match until the fuckery. And then it's like, what are we doing? So then you got 3 matches now in a row that have fuckery. And me and you are watching the show at the same time. And we're messaging back and forth. And it's like, what the fuck? What are we doing here? What are we watching? It's fucking crazy.
It's like they fired like 12 of their writers.
They definitely fired some writers, that's for sure.
We can come up with concurrent fuck finishes. Like, this is embarrassing.
It is embarrassing.
This is the easy way out of booking, the Vince McMahon way out of booking.
Now, I mean, again, don't get me wrong, good match up until the fuckery. I didn't really like the Lyra Becky match, but it was whatever. It was fine. It wasn't great. It wasn't like, I wasn't like, oh my God, go out of your way to see it. Besides the opening match, there was nothing for me on the show to go out of your way to see. It
was passable. It was a passable match.
Right. It was a passable match. Now, I like Penta a lot. I think Penta is fucking really good, and I think Dom is really good. So I was pretty impressed to see the both of them fucking mix it up with each other, and I thought the match was really good until the fuckery. And now...
they put in some work, too.
Right. And now we move on to Pat versus Gunther, which, I mean, why... It should have been a squash. I don't understand why they fucking did, and not only did it go a pretty decent amount of time, it was like, what the fuck? Why is Pat like absorbing these chops and firing up and like doing all this shit? He should be laid the fuck out.
Right.
I don't get it. Man. And I mean, listen, Pat is a hell of an athlete. Pat's a hell of an athlete.
Right.
But against Gunther?
He's a retired punter.
Right.
Against Gunther.
Exactly right.
Like, and here's my opinion on this. Like, the match should have been 5 minutes. Should have been Gunther chasing around Pat McAfee until they get him into the ring, gets chopped twice, and gets a powerbomb into a lariat for a finish.
Done. Signed, sealed, delivered on yours.
Save my time, my frustration. Like, the more he kicked out of shit, and the more he kept getting out of shit, was the more frustrating I got. Because it was getting less and less realistic.
And why is Michael Cole getting involved?
It was embarrassing.
Embarrassing. Another fuck finish.
Yep. That didn't help. Once again, fuck finishes that don't help the person they're intending to help.
It doesn't. It made no fucking sense to me whatsoever. We don't need to spend a ton of time on it. I think that Pat absorbing the chops and still getting up was no good for me. It just didn't work. It didn't. The fucking thing did not work for me. So I mean, regardless. And then
just know. Just know I was living vicariously through those chops every time.
That's what you said. That's what you said when we were messaging with each other, that you were vicariously living through Gunther's chops.
Two words. Full mast.
Oh my God. So then we go to the main event, and my dismay. I mean, listen, I think everyone knew that John Cena was not going to lose that match. I think everyone was under the same opinion that John Cena, there's no way that they're going to fucking put the title on Cena and then have him lose to Randy Orton. I don't think anyone who's like...
At least not now, right?
Right.
It's not now.
So I don't understand why it seemed like the card was so predictable. Like, you could just predict every winner. I only got one wrong. I got the Becky-Lyra match wrong because I thought for sure Becky was going to win the Intercontinental title. I thought for sure.
As did I. I feel they couldn't resist the opportunity.
But
They couldn't help themselves.
I was surprised when they didn't do that. But other than that, everything was pretty much as it should have gone. I didn't think Pat was going to fucking beat Gunther. I didn't think Dom was going to lose the title yet. I mean, literally, you were less than 3 weeks out from WrestleMania, where these people won the belts. Like, you're not going to fucking take the titles off of them. There's no way.
No, you know there were going to be many, if any, title drops. The only person's title was really at stake was Lyra's.
Right.
In my opinion. So, you know, most of the champions that matter are going to hold serve.
Right.
You know, nothing's happening. Like, happening.
And now you...
As a casual viewer walking through the door to this, you know what I'm saying? You already know nothing's happening.
And now everyone knows that, you know, John Cena is not going to go out there and wrestle a 5-star classic. But, I mean, you know, people expecting that were fucking totally... I don't know who the fuck they are, but they're no one that I know, that's for sure. But Cena continued his lackluster performance in a match against Randy Orton, who's really good. They did a ton of ref bumps. They did table spots. I will give Cena credit where credit's due. He took a lot more offense from Randy Orton than I thought he was going to. I didn't expect him to go through tables. I didn't expect that portion of it. But still, I never thought that Cena's title was in jeopardy.
No.
No matter what they did, I didn't think that he was in jeopardy whatsoever.
No. It was never in jeopardy. Ever. Not for a fucking millisecond.
So...
At no point did I say to myself, John Cena's going to lose this match.
No. Nope, not one time. Not one time.
Nope. My biggest bitch is how much they fell over themselves to muddy the finish.
Like, why so many ref bumps? Why?
I don't understand. The whole R-Truth thing getting involved. Like, what the fuck are we doing, guys?
Who the fuck?
Who's asking for that? We're plucking the lowest of hanging fruits here, guys.
It's really sad. It's really sad. Because you feel cheated sometimes.
Well,
you do.
Well, here's the thing. You go from the highest of highs when the masterful way they did the Cena heel turn, the Elimination Chamber in February.
Yep.
All the way through. Are you happy now? No. They feel like you're getting your money's worth? No. Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, it feels like they fall off the face of the earth. They got as high as they could, and then they fucking just nosedive right straight down the cliff.
Well, I mean, not only your money's worth, but investment of time. So, like, if you're like an IWC member, like a real IWC member who's watching a lot of wrestling, and you're watching every week, like, what the fuck are you thinking? Because you got to be thinking the same thing that everyone is thinking. Like, oh my God, this is really bad. This is not good. This is not good. And I mean, you're talking premium prices that people are paying to go and see these shows. And it's like, right, and it's like phone in. It's phone in cards. That's what it is. So it's like, what the fuck?
They stopped trying.
It's very bizarre. It's very bizarre. I don't remember. I mean, listen, there were definitely some dark times during the Vince McMahon era when he was booking shows and it was like, what the fuck are you people doing? Like, this is fucking crazy.
Awfully thin.
Right, but these are like really bad, like phone-in jobs that are just like, And you know, Triple H goes on podcasts and he's like, I don't give a fuck if people like it or not. And it's like, okay, I kind of agree with that because, maybe you understand the business better than we do. But from a fan's perspective, I mean, I don't want to feel cheated or have it be a waste of time when I'm 3 hours into a fucking pay-per-view and I'm going, this is fucking really bad. This is bullshit. Because I've invested 3 hours of my time into this fucking show that I could have been doing something else.
Actually, the more I think about it, I was 5 hours deep into that show because I watched the pre-show.
Right.
So I was bored.
Correct.
I don't know what else to say.
I mean, I don't think there's really much else to say about it at this juncture. You know what I mean?
I shouldn't expect anything less from them than the bare minimum, and that's what they provided me last Saturday. So.
Yep. Well,
am I disappointed? No, but am I frustrated? Absolutely, I am.
Well, I mean, we have this Worlds Collide pay-per-view coming up. We also have, which is the same day as Money in the Bank, so they're back-to-back. So that's going to be a fucking 7-hour day. The Worlds Collide pay-per-view starts at 3 p.m., and then 4 hours from that time is Money in the Bank, which will go till 10. Yeah, so it's going to be like a 7-hour day. And I mean, which is fine because believe me, I love wrestling. It doesn't matter. Like, I'm still going to watch the shows. I'm not one of those fans who's like, fuck this product. I'm never fucking watching again. I'm not one of those people. I'm just not. I'm going to watch it regardless of whether I think it's good or not because I enjoy it. I enjoy wrestling. I enjoy watching wrestling. And, I mean, it's crazy to think that even though it's a giant investment of time, it's still kind of worth it. Not from an aspect of maybe the card is the best, but you just don't know what's going to happen. And it's like I have FOMO, fear of missing out. Like, if I don't watch something, I feel like something crazy is going to happen. I'm going to be like, what the fuck? I missed this fucking show. God damn it.
I used to feel that way. And then, I don't know. My kind of, when I started wrestling myself, it kind of killed my joy of watching for a little bit.
Yeah?
Yeah, it did.
You got jaded.
Unless it was the older stuff, you know what I'm saying? The older stuff I was always into. It was just stuff that was happening now. I never really identified with.
I can see that.
It was like there's a solid 3.5, 4 years I didn't watch wrestling on TV at all. And then I started getting back into it. And then, like I said, here I am now investing 5 hours of my life on a weekend to watch this shit. So, I can't say about anything else. I will not watch AEW anymore because they've already wasted my time too much. Maybe that will change. Maybe it won't. Maybe go fuck yourself. I don't know.
Well, I mean, I still watch some AEW. I am not religious on the Collision show on Saturdays. But because they've been showing it on Thursday night due to the NBA playoffs, I do tune in to the Collision show sometimes and watch a little bit of that. But I'm passively watching AEW. I'm not sitting there going, whoa, like paying attention to the promos and like doing that type of shit. Like it's on in the background and I'm scrolling on YouTube or whatever the situation is. Like I'm not totally locked in like I am with WWE.
Right.
But I mean, I can see I can totally see why you're not into it at all. And I don't think you're the only one.
Just about ratings, they're not.
Nope. Well, this has been Pro Wrestling Summit. We gave you our Backlash review. Make sure that you like, comment, share, subscribe. Chris is back for the foreseeable future until he hears otherwise. So
Until further notice, yes, sir.
so we'll definitely have some more stuff to talk about next week. I have a funny feeling that there's going to be some more releases and maybe some news on the draft as well. So make sure that you tune in, and we'll continue to give you our pro wrestling coverage of everything that's going on. But until then, for myself and for Chris, peace.